there, good morning and welcome to the business news on Sunrise. Coming up this morning, Ghana signs Memorandum of Understanding with bilateral creditors to restructure $5 billion in debt. Also, consumer group Cats International warns poor infrastructure threatens the African Continental Free Trade Area's success.
Create the enabling framework. I'm sure that the private sector will be able to take advantage of it.
Plus, Minister for Food and Agriculture declares grains from Planting for Food and Jobs Phase 2 to be traded on the Ghana Commodity Exchange.
To reduce post-harvest losses, that the grains are sold at the right price through the price discovery mechanism, and buyers are given good quality and the right quantity.
Well, I'm Michael Ogbodu. I'll bring you details of our top stories and more shortly. Please stay with us. Well, thank you for staying with us. Straight into our top story, and Ghana has secured a critical agreement with its bilateral creditors, finalizing a memorandum of understanding to restructure $5 billion in debt. This follows months of negotiations under the G20 Common Framework Debt Treatment Program. There is more in this report.
The deal required approvals from creditor nations and their parliaments, leading to a slight delay after an initial agreement in principle reached in February 2024. Memorandum of Understanding MOU paves the way for further financial support from the International Monetary Fund, IMF. With the MOU in place, it suggests Ghana potentially unlocking an additional $360 million in support by June 2024. This debt restructuring agreement is a significant victory for Ghana's economic stabilization efforts. The IMF Managing Director, Kristalina Georgieva, acknowledged Ghana's progress during a recent visit, highlighting the positive impact this deal will have on the country's fiscal space. The additional IMF funds will allow the government to invest in critical areas to further strengthen the economy.
So that was a Tree Business News Desk report. Away from that, Cats International, a consumer advocacy group, has expressed concerns that the success of the AfCFTA may be hindered by inadequate investments in improving transportation infrastructure on the continent. According to the organization's West Africa Center lead, Apia Dumako, the current situation is a major drawback to promoting trade in the sub-region. He spoke on the sidelines of a public-private dialogue on the subject organized by his outfit in collaboration with GIZ.
FTA will not become successful if we do not address the issue of trade logistics. This is something that government alone cannot do. I mean, it involves a private sector and also the government. But when government creates the enabling framework, I'm sure that the private sector will be able to take advantage of it. We've heard of Magdan shipping lines to support AfCF trade. We are yet to see. And the question is, even can Magdan shipping line be able to move all the goods that African countries will need? And it's not only even about shipping lines and aeroplanes. We also need to have a very good road transport infrastructure. The study shows that only 53% of African roads are tarred. It means that moving goods on the roads corridor is also going to be very, of much of a challenge. There's a lot of traffic and also issue of security.
So you heard the Kusi Apia Dumako. He's the West African Center lead for Cats International. Now, the Ghana Statistical Service data reveals significant price fluctuations across raw, processed, and packaged food items. This potentially highlighting the need for a standardized weighing scale system in Ghanaian markets.
The report provides information on price variations of 10 selected food items within and across regions from January 2023 to February 2024. These were bread, beans, yam, noodles, cooking oil, tomato paste, milk, beef, iodinated salt, and imported rice.
Fried plantain with beans and gankenke with fish are processed food. If you do a comparative analysis of these items to food items like yam, tomatoes, and garden eggs, which are raw foods on the market, you realize that the percentage change year on year in these food prices is higher for the unprocessed ones compared to the percentage change in the processed foods.
This could be due to sellers estimating weight by eye, leading to inconsistencies. This makes a case for weighing scale mechanism in the markets.
You weigh two different pieces of yam, their weights definitely will be different, but they may have the same prices. Okay, so there is the need for us to have items standardized. On our local market, it is not the same thing happening in supermarkets, where you go to supermarket and then these items are actually weighed, and then the price you pay is based on the weight. So that makes a fair distribution of price, and the user goes out there and is satisfied that I've actually paid for a standard weight and I've not been cheated.
The food price variability report showed for imported food items, the percentage change in price is more than twice the percentage change in price of locally produced food items. This brings to the fore the idea of import substitution or export-led industrialization for the country.
Generally, import substitution is a good thing, and a country that seeks to develop may want to resort to either you want to do export-oriented industrialization or you want to focus more on import substitution. Each of them is going to help the country. One thing we cannot override is the impact of exchange rate volatility on these issues we are analyzing.
So that was a report on wide variations of prices of raw food items and processed as well as packaged food items. We turn our attention still on the agriculture sector, and Food and Agriculture Minister Dr. Brian Champong has announced that all grains harvested from the second phase of the Planting for Food and Jobs initiative will be traded through the Ghana Commodity Exchange, GCX. The Food and Agriculture Minister made this known at the maiden Ghana Commodity Symposium in Accra. This policy aims to tackle post-harvest losses and ensure farmers receive fair compensation for their crops.
The Minister for Food and Agriculture, Dr. Brian Champong, noted rapid globalization and trade liberalization have exposed Ghanaian products to stiff competition in Ghana's traditional markets. He observed domestic firms are competing against increasing inflows of imported products, bringing to the fore the numerous challenges that confront the agriculture sector.
Under the Planting for Food and Jobs Phase 2, I am pleased to inform you that all the grains recovered under the program will be traded through the Ghana Commodity Exchange. The GCX platform will ensure that the grains recovered are stored properly to reduce post-harvest losses, that the grains are sold at the right price through the price discovery mechanism, and buyers are given good quality and the right quantity for the grains that they purchase.
The Chief Executive Officer of the GCX indicated the exchange is committed to bringing innovation, fostering collaboration, and bringing positive change in the commodity trading landscape.
In our relentless pursuit of excellence, we have introduced innovative solutions such as the GCX Market Data App and the GCX Commodity Price Index, furnishing stakeholders with valuable market insights. Additionally, the recently launched GCX Commodity Training and Certification Program, in partnership with the Ghana Institute of Securities and Investments, the MD is here today. This underscores our commitment to knowledge dissemination and capacity building in commodities trading.
There is a report by Ebenezer Ajekum Boateng. Let's now turn our attention to the currency and commodities market and bring you updates.
On the interbank foreign exchange market, where banks trade amongst themselves, the dollar is selling at 13 cedis 2 pesos. It gained 2 pesos. The British pound is selling at 16 cedis 22 pesos. It also gained 5 pesos. The euro is selling at 13 cedis 87 pesos. It gained 3 pesos. However, be guided that these figures will be higher at a forex bureau near you. Global commodities market, Brent crude is down by 36 cents, selling now at about $87 per barrel. Gold is up by $17.50, and it is selling at about $2,379 per ounce. Price of cocoa is up by $969, trading at $11,035 per ton.
Also, those were updates from the currency and commodities market, bringing an end to the business news here on Sunrise. For more business stories, please check out our website. It's 3news.com/business. I am Michael Ogbodu. Thank you for listening. As always, please stay safe as you listen to the Queen of the Airways.
Oh, I like that. Good morning, Michael. How are we doing?
I'm good.
You see today, I'm dressed like what? Like we're doing PE. Everybody, media general staff who are on the campus here in Adisawe in Kanda, meet me at the car park. And jog from wherever you're coming from. Jog from your offices and meet me there. The lie is here. He's not really awake this morning. I'll provide the refreshment. Just meet me out in the front. If I would do Jama together. Do you know any Jama songs?
But that sounded more like a cadet brigade commando. What were you going to say?
We'll mix it up. It's called military fits.
Okay,
that's
so give us one command. One command. Let's go.
One command.
Yeah.
Pay for my watch this morning, sir. What are we doing, Michael? All is well?
Charlie, looking good and all of that.
Yeah. Fantastic. Well, you'll be joining us for the news review this morning. But thank you also for deciding to start your morning with us. This is 3FM Sunrise on 3FM 92.7.
Every